I want to talk John Rose, actually.
Do you?
Because people keep asking me about John Rose because, I mean, we both did our juice fast based on his teachings, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I recently watched his video that he released yesterday, actually, and I did a bit of research. So he talks about in this video how fruit, of course, is the human's natural diet. And he talks about how fructose from fruit doesn't raise blood sugar. He says that fructose from fruit doesn't raise blood sugar. Like, if you just hear that one statement from a guru, and they're that wrong about a very simple, measurable, fundamental biological function, nothing else they say can be taken seriously whatsoever. Because there's people on YouTube all over the place that do blood sugar measuring tests, and they fucking compare. It's not even this is a 100% incorrect statement that he's making. So that's the foundation to his argument, is that you're not going to actually deal with insulin issues on a fruit-based diet because fruit doesn't spike blood sugar. You are incorrect, old wacky man. And plus his teeth are falling apart. I just wanted to mention that. So anyways, any thoughts from you?
No, to not sound like the vegans and to say that he's a liar or whatnot. It is simply false, and you can see that it seems like he is pretty mentally deranged. Even though it kind of hurts to say that, because there was a time where I really admired him. I thought that he has the truth, suffering on the whole food, plant-based, vegan diet. I thought that he can offer some relief, that he can cleanse this body, and we can get adapted to the natural human diet, which is fruit out of his perspective. But those are those statements that ideologues will tell you about, that fruit doesn't raise blood sugar levels. As you said already, all you have to do is measure your blood sugar and you will see what is going on. Of course, it raises insulin levels. That is just what's going on. That is what is happening when you eat sugar, especially mono-mealing 10 mangoes and whatnot. What do you expect? Other than that, about John Rose, I followed him and I checked a couple of videos where he was talking about eating eggs and how crucial to some people's human health it could be if those people cannot convert their own cholesterol. So who tells us that he isn't eating eggs? That's only an assumption. I haven't been sitting with him at breakfast yesterday and saw him eating eggs. But if you're so obsessed with essentially not converting cholesterol and that there are important nutrients in eggs, as he said, what stops you from eating them yourself? And he never explicitly mentioned that he is vegan. He's talking about vegetarian diets, about vegan diets, sometimes about raw foodism. And in that raw food community, I encountered many, many different approaches. It is labeled raw veganism. Then on the other hand, you see him eating sushi and whatnot. As long as it's raw, it's good to go. So therefore, I simply do not trust that community at all anymore. And I'm not saying that to discredit them. Quite the opposite. I think the raw vegans and the fruitarians are actually closer to the truth than the whole food cooked vegans, because I believe that that is the most detrimental diet to human health.
So Jonathan Irizarry, trusted member of our community, says it won't spike your blood sugar though. I've got personal tests eating 1,000 grapes at a time. Okay, Jonathan, here's the deal. So what happens is a lot of people take a 1 or a 2 hour blood test. The prick test, you know? And what happens is a lot of people do a 2 hour test. Vegans and fruit eaters say, hey, do a 2 hour test. And basically what happens is your blood sugar from baseline is almost back down to baseline in a normal functioning pancreatic individual. However, what happens at minutes 30, 60, 90, and 120? It still has a huge spike and then it comes back down. I can post a video. I copied this link. I'm going to show you guys the video for that. And this couple does tests all the time. This guy's got a channel called Beat Diabetes. I just posted it in the channel. In that video at 11 minutes, they reveal their results. And they show exactly how much, and by the way, he's a diabetic type 2, I believe, and his wife has a normal functioning pancreas. So they show in both of them how much their blood sugar raised. And they both almost peaked at the same exact levels. then her blood sugar came down very, very much, a lot, almost back down to baseline. And then he does a test also comparing Concordian grape juice versus full sugar Coca-Cola, and the grape juice raised the blood sugar higher than the Coca-Cola did. And John Rose also in the video that he recently posted says that there's phytonutrients and other things in the fruit juice that doesn't let your blood sugar spike. So again, maybe you are an outlier, Jonathan, where your insulin or blood sugar doesn't go up. I don't know how that's possible. Maybe you are like a super responder, but it doesn't mean that there isn't some increase. That there has to be an increase. Otherwise, where would it go? And I talked to Dave Feldman about it yesterday. He's a blood researcher. That's all Dave Feldman does. And he's like, this, it's so repeatable and documented that it can't even be denied, basically. So